Everybody, we have our moments here at Real and a Beer when we just want to have fun and we want to freelance, and this is one of those moments. My man right here has come on board. Thank you, God. He came on board with the Heroes Helping Heroes charity, and we talked about the cosplay, and I can't say enough good things about this man right here. This man is a true hero, helping out people who have disabilities, cancer, and other disabilities. With the foundation that this man's a part of. He's a benchmark in that foundation, the Heroes Helping Heroes charity. With that being said, we're going to have a little bit of fun right now. Everybody that knows this man right here knows that they know him as Ironman. They know him as Ironman. They don't even call this man Colby no more. They call him Ironman. Everybody that knows me knows what? Captain America. I go to the gym, I go to work, I go to work out, I go to the movies. Everywhere I go, everybody's like Captain America this, Captain America that. Anytime there's a meme on Facebook that's Captain America, I get tagged in it. Anytime there's a meme on Facebook that's Iron Man, he gets tagged in it. So what we're going to do now, we are about to square off one-on-one with some good wholesome fun. And we're going to go Iron Man versus Captain America, motto a motto, with no help, no internet, just straight up. One-on-one, and we're going to explain why one of the other is the better. Since I'm the host, and obviously you can see this man is in a road game. I'm going to let him go first.
No. See, ladies first, because you've done nothing but call my character a B-list character for days now. For days. So we're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss Civil War, correct? I mean, and we'll touch on some in
it's definitely going to come up in this.
Yeah. I mean, please tell me how Captain America is better than this guy.
Oh,
he needs no introduction.
He doesn't. You know why? Because everybody knows who's behind the shadows, who's hiding, who's the leader of the Avengers. The leader of the Avengers. Everybody that's watching this knows who the leader of the Avengers is. It's Captain America, number one. Number two is he don't hide behind the shield of armor. And this man's going to tell you, this is like 8 Mile. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what he's going to say. He's got steroids in him from 1941. Okay, let's say he does. He was a guy who tried to enlist in the military 6 or 7 different times under other names. They wouldn't let him enlist. They finally let him enlist under an operative group that was going to be the first super soldier. And yeah, they did inject him with super serum. I'll give him that. But when the grenade was thrown, who fell on that grenade? You tell me.
Cap did.
Cap did.
Thank you. Cap did.
Thank you. You gave me
before he was Cap.
Before he was Cap. His best attributes, not his strength. It's not his healing ability. It's not his ability to throw a frisbee, as you call it. Mm-hmm. His best strength is he is a great person. He's a genuine person. He does the right thing every time. He's 100% for the good guy. He's willing to fall on that grenade for his counterpart. And the thing about it is you don't find men like that no more. When they tried to cast this movie, when they tried to cast the first Avenger, they had a real hard time doing it because they were like, how are we going to bring somebody with a 1941 virtues and attitude into modern day? It's not cool no more. He's not Iron Man with this cool suit and, cast out this array of new technological breakthroughs where he's flying through the air and all this shit. He's not Hulk. He's not got some shit that he's going to blow up a bunch of stuff. He is a guy. He's a soldier. He's a man who has virtue. He loves America. He loves his freedom. He loves fighting for it. So how do we bring that into modern America? How do we do that? And they didn't even want to cast him. But when they cast the movie, they had to bring it back to 1941 to ease everybody back to that time and that feeling they had when that movie was cast. And when everybody felt like what was going through that first movie when he came about, Captain America, they were like, man, this is awesome. And then when he died, or whatever you want to say he did, fell into a capsicle is what you called it, and he woke up in modern day America and he's looking around, what happened? It snapped him back into reality. But we got a 2-hour movie that shows how him being a great person, him being a great American, him falling on the grenade, made him truly a superhero. And it has nothing to do with his strength. It has nothing to do with his bulk. It has nothing to do with his healing ability. It has nothing to do with him throwing a frisbee, as you call it. It has to do with his virtue, his love for America, and his love for his fellow soldier.
So basically what you're saying is we got a 2-hour after school special movie with a guy who throws a frisbee. So that's great, and that's great because don't get me wrong, Captain America, he's Mr. I'm goody two shoes all the way. He is so into that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Cap, as a kid, I liked Captain America. Do not get me wrong. But to say he is just virtuous man is a bunch of crap. Because we're gonna fast forward because he realistically is a genetically altered man. Time out. Which Tony Stark is not. Tony Stark is not a genetically altered man. He is just a genius. He's smart enough to build him a suit. He didn't have to have the government pump him full of horse steroids or whatever you want to call it. He didn't. And as I recall, Red Skull put a beating on him there for a while, and that's the reason he became a capsicle. A dude with no face beat an old man and made him go get it frozen. So, but like I said, Captain America, virtuous man. He's the best. You can hold up that all you want, because that's the real hero right there. Because in the MCU, like comic books, Captain America, leader of the Avengers. I will not deny that in the comic books. Like, I mean, he is. He's the go-to guy, but I mean, he gets repeatedly beat up by Black Panther and everybody else. You can check it out. Google it. But Iron Man became that virtuous man too. Because in Iron Man 1, when he found out that all of his weapons were being used by the enemy, he shut it down. He shut down his weapons manufacturing. He did it all. He became that virtuous man too. And you want to fast forward a little bit to Civil War, okay? He gives that big, huge speech at MIT, He's got a rough time, The black lady that lost her son in Sokovia from Avengers Age of Ultron, He wanted to do something different. Because the Avengers without limitations are just vigilantes. And so, if Captain America is so virtuous, so Mr. Fall in Line, so Mr. I'm going to sacrifice myself on a dummy grenade, because there's a dummy grenade in a movie.
I never interject, but I got to interject right here. He didn't know it was a dummy grenade.
He didn't, which I mean, he wouldn't have lasted anyways without that serum. But
because
he had asthma. Poor guy had asthma, but he was smart though. But the whole thing is, Iron Man did the right thing. Captain America, the Virgin. No. It was made the Sokovia Accords. I mean, it was a law.
In your opinion,
it was a law. No, it was a law. Like it's not my opinion. It's a law in the actual movie. And Captain America, Captain America, Mr. Star Spangled guy, could not follow the rules. So his virtue goes out the window. His credibility goes out the window because now Captain America is a what, Bo? Is a what?
Let me know.
No, you should know. He's what?
Whenever you get done, I'll talk.
He's a criminal.
Okay.
He's a criminal.
Let me know when you're done.
So Tony Stark did the right thing.
Okay.
The other Avengers did the right thing. The one that sided with Cap, breaking the law. Okay. What happens to lawbreakers? You arrest them. You put them in jail.
Okay.
And we'll go into the him and Bucky thing later, but go right ahead.
So it's my turn again?
Rebuttal.
Okay, my rebuttal on that is obviously this. First of all, he's not a corporate puppet like Iron Man is. Iron Man bowed down to the man when the man stepped up and said, you're going to go do what we tell you when we tell you. Captain America said, well, no, we're not going to do that, because what happens if we don't want to go attack somebody and you make us? Or what if we need to attack somebody and you won't let us? Which means what? So then Black Widow jumps in and says, well, let's have one hand on the wheel, so at least we know what's going on both sides. Why would we do that? You're being a corporate puppet from hell. So why would we have one hand on the wheel? No, let's do this like we've been doing it. Nobody stepped up and helped defend New York, but who? the Avengers? Where was the American government in New York? They was hidden. Answer me. Yes or no, Iron Man fan?
It was hidden.
Okay.
Hidden.
Iron Man, you're...
Except S.H.I.E.L.D.
Shield who? Who within Shield?
S.H.I.E.L.D. helped.
Who? What ships did they send in?
They didn't have no ship, but you got Hawkeye and Black Widow who are part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and part of the Avengers. So S.H.I.E.L.D. and Nick Fury was in there too.
Okay, but what ships did they send? What troops did they send?
They didn't send no helicarriers.
Which will bring me over to the greatest MCU movie of all time, which is Winter Soldier. I think everybody in this building agree with that.
Oh, that's crap.
So my point is this. Let's go back to the main topic is where were they at when the shit really went downhill? When Loki attacked New York, where was S.H.I.E.L.D. at? Where was the American government at, first and foremost? They were nowhere to be seen. So why are they coming in here telling these motherfuckers to do this and that and the other when they wasn't there to help when the world was about to collapse in New York? And I'm taking up for your man on this. Iron Man took the nuke up there and blew it up.
Exactly. But the government came in to launch that nuke because they thought that was the best thing. So the government technically
the government was going to kill them both.
Right. Sacrifice play.
No. What did Captain America do in his first movie? He sat down on the nuke, took the plane down and saved 70 million people. You can say he didn't, but he did.
He did. I know he did. It's just we're gonna go back and forth with the just how about sacrifice plays. But
you want to go ahead? Because I got a lot more I got to go with.
But what?
This may go for an hour. I'm not stopping.
I got kids. What was the whole point? What good in Civil War did it do for any of them for Cap not to side with his teammates? Whatever. Come on, don't give me that crap. Don't give me that crap. They are his teammates. Do not even say that they're not. Like what it was is freaking Captain America caused a mutiny in the Avengers.
No,
pretty much
didn't.
what it was. How did he not?
Bro, I go back to this and stop me if I'm wrong. Anybody who's watching this, please stop me if I'm wrong. This is all I gotta say. What Cap said. Where was y'all when the attack on New York happened? Why are you trying to tell me to sign this and y'all weren't there when the bullets started flying? Captain America was there. He was on the ground. He was saving people. Iron Man was taking nukes up. And then Thor was doing his thing and Hulk was doing his thing. Where was the American government? Or where was the UN? They was nowhere to be found. So when the shit goes down, why is the UN trying to tell us what we're going to do? That's why Cap didn't sign.
Okay. But you want to talk about
Colby, I got the upper hand. Tell me I don't.
You don't because I'm fixing to throw something out there that you're fixing the question.
Okay.
You got a great point. You've got a great point. Like I'm not knocking you, but what I'm fixing to say is the reason they did this is because why did they do this? What major thing happened? What careless thing did Captain America do that caused this? That you're gonna overlook what it was?
I want to know.
Okay. Beginning of the movie. Who's he going after? In Civil War. Who's he going after? Who's Captain America? No. Who is he going after in the very beginning of the movie? Who is him, Falcon?
Crossbones?
Exactly. Okay. Widow and all them, they stopped the guys, whatever, from the biological threat, great. He's fighting Crossbones. What does he mention that distracts Captain America? Mr. Golden Boy, Mr. knows it all, but yeah, he's got one huge weakness, and we both know who that is. Crossbones says what?
About Bucky?
About Bucky. What happens? Captain America freezes.
Itch.
So, well, I mean, he did. Oh man, he cracked his skull. It was a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It was a great fight.
Crossbone did all he did.
Yeah, it was good stuff. The
comic books, Crossbone killed him.
Yeah, but I like the MCU's version. I'm not gonna lie.
I admit when Captain Lee.
And so, poor Scarlet Witch did all she could, but because he froze for those few seconds, because we all know Captain America don't miss a lot. He doesn't. He missed that bomb.
I agree.
He missed it. So therefore, Scarlet Witch did all she could to hold that bomb. She did. But in return, she sends it up and kills countless
Innocent lives.
Yes. Wakandan lives. Wakandan lives. And we don't want to mess.
No, Sokovia lives.
No, that one is Sokovia.
They went to
Ultron.
Wakanda then.
No, that was the Wakanda people that
I
died
don't
in
think it
there.
was in Wakanda then.
Watch it again.
Somebody had to Google that.
Watch it again, because I'm pretty positive. Because even the king of Wakanda, before he died, was talking about it.
I don't think it was Wakanda. I swear. I'm not. I know you know a lot about it. I don't think it was Wakanda. I think it was either Sokovia or somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing.
Either way,
innocence. Yeah. I mean, regardless, that's.
You want my rebuttal, or do you want to?
We got off on Wakanda. I lost my.
You want my rebuttal or no?
Go, give me a rebuttal.
Okay, my rebuttal is, I agree with you on everything you said. I'm not arguing anything you said. My only rebuttal is, when you fast forward the tape, he was right. Winter Soldier didn't do that. Winter Soldier was framed. So Captain knew that then.
Oh yeah, you're fast forwarding it to the bomb.
Fast forward.
Yeah,
I'm fast forwarding to the end of the movie. He knew that Bucky didn't do that. He knew that wasn't his guy. He knew it wasn't Bucky Barnes. He knew that then. I don't know how he did it. But you got to admit, watching the movie, you said MCU. You didn't say comic books.
So we're MCU in it.
So you're right. So when you go MCU in it, Captain was right. You got to admit he was right. You have to. You're an Iron Man fan. You brought up the thing. He was right, though. He knew Bucky didn't.
But that I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the crossbones bomb. I wasn't fast forwarding it to the actual.
But what did you say made him pause? You said he mentioned Bucky.
Yeah.
But he knew Bucky did not kill those people.
But the whole thing is all Crossbones had to say, and even Captain America admits it in the Avengers Tower, that he said Bucky, and I froze.
He did say that.
Exactly. So he was careless. Had his head straight on, Mr. Golden Boy never does any wrong.
He don't.
Never does any wrong. He would have not screwed up and not saw the bomb. And if he would not be such a golden boy and break a few necks, that dude would have never had time to pull the trigger. Wow. He had numerous times to end Crossbones. Numerous times. And he never did.
Not really.
His team went in reckless.
I don't think he had numerous times to end him.
I think he did.
Name him. We're talking MCU.
I'm talking MCU because as much as they were tracking him, I mean, there's not specifics in the movie, but they said how they told that they were tracking him for this.
He said this is our closest time to
Yeah.
Bro, he fucking hit a grenade that launched him out a window 2 stories and hit him.
Which was a badass. That was a badass.
And he got up and fought from that.
I will say one of the coolest scenes, like I'm going to step away, but we'll say one of the coolest scenes is Scarlet Witch throwing him through the window. It's pretty epic.
He went in and did his thing. My thing is on that movie, everybody in here, a lot of the guys on my YouTube channel think Civil War is the worst movie they've ever made.
It could have been.
The reason I think that is that they really want blood and they want people dying in this fight between the Avengers.
They couldn't, though. They couldn't kill them off, though.
They couldn't.
Because Cap would have been dead.
Right.
Cap would have been done if they don't.
Because Crossbones killed him.
Yep.
So, with that being said, my point of the whole thing is, he did all he could do, bro. You can't. There's only so much you can do as a character, and in that point is, you're right. He hesitated. You're right, but ultimately he was right. So we can call that a 50-50 split if you want to, because Scarlet Witch did save him, and then she took it up and it killed innocents.
Which was not. It wasn't totally her fault, you know. I mean, because you couldn't hold that bomb. She couldn't.
She did the right thing.
She did what she could.
She was like, "Am I gonna let Captain America die, or am I gonna take this bomb?"
Well, I mean, there's a lot of innocent people right around on Captain America, so I can understand that. But the thing is he didn't catch it, and it was that final incident that set everything in motion.
Let's fast forward in that movie.
How far?
To the end.
Okay. Which part?
Iron Man shows up. What does he say? Tell me what he says.
I don't even know exactly.
You know what he said.
Oh, like when he first sees him or whatever, and he tells him that he believes it. Oh, at the airport. That he's got 36 hours to bring him in.
And then all those hours are up.
Yeah. Well, he had a little bit more time, I think. I think he had like 12 hours. Or he was like, I got 72 hours, and that was like so and so many hours ago or whatever. to bring him in. He's like, "You're gonna come in because it's us."
Yeah. Then what happened?
And called in Underoos.
So, let me stop everybody who's watching this right now. Let me end this debate right now. The only reason anybody knows who Iron Man is because of what that man just said. Disney bought out the rights to Sony to bring in Spider-Man, who is an A-list comic book character. Iron Man is a B-list comic book character who they subbed in to filler material until they got their real A-list character in there, which is Spider-Man. I'm not lying on this. You can go Google this. Google this.
It's a lie.
Google it then. Thank you. Iron Man.
Fake news is what it's saying.
Thank you with Iron Man on that side. Now slide that back over here.
No, I ain't giving it back.
Put it back up with the fake news.
No.
So he's helping my argument right now. My argument is this guy right here is a B-list character. It was filler material until they got the rights from Sony to put Spider-Man in the movies. Disney bought out Marvel several years ago, but they didn't get out the rights to Fantastic Four, and they didn't get out
They
the
didn't
rights
get it
to
from Sony and Fox. Yeah, they didn't have it from Sony and Fox. Yeah.
So when they finally did Civil War, they had the rights to Spider-Man, and they brought him in, and guess what? That was the end of Iron Man's reign because he's a B-list character in an A-list movie. And so at the end of the movie, when they needed a hero to jump in there and save the day, here comes Spider-Man. Wait a minute, I'm going to give you a rebuttal. So he comes in, he steals Captain America's shield, and he swings over there, he goes, "Hey everybody." He's waving at everybody. He's made his entrance. Then everybody's happy because finally we've got an A-list versus an A-list. Minus the B-list. Iron Man. So then Spider-Man's sitting there and he's all glorious, and guess what happens? What happens? You tell me what happens, then I'll carry on.
Oh, Cap got away.
Nope. Ant-Man.
Goes to Giant Man.
Ant-Man, not before that.
Oh.
Ant-Man hits a button.
Okay.
He turns from Ant-Man back into regular Ant-Man.
Gets the shield.
Boop, gets the shield, throws it back to Cap. Here you go, Captain America.
Here's your shield, Captain America.
And then it's on.
Like Donkey Kong.
Because we've got A-list versus A-list. And then the B-list guy is sitting over there going, well, fuck, I've had my run and it's over with. So then we go back to the fact that, okay, now we've got something to work with. The B-list guy's out of the picture. We've got A-list versus A-list. So then they let Spider-Man go on and take on
Falcon and Bucky.
And then what happens in that fight?
He ends them both.
He ends them both until Falcon hits a button and gets them out.
Takes him away, but they're still webbed out.
And then everybody's on the Spider-Man band track. Man, everybody like Spider-Man's doing this and Spider-Man's doing that, and he's so good, and he's already beat Bucky and he's beat Falcon. And then who runs into who?
You can't. I mean, the kid's
Who does he run into?
The kid's not experienced enough to be taking on Captain America. He wasn't. He was not. Like, I will give him that.
Thank you, Colby.
He was not like, dude. I mean, that was one of those fights. Like, I mean, because this Peter Parker stayed true to the comics.
Teenager. He was a teenager.
He was a kid. You know,
Thank you, Colby.
And realistically, he's like, Mr. Stark said, go for your legs and just web them up. Like, that's all he wanted him to do, because he knew Spider-Man was not ready to take on any of the Avengers, especially Captain America.
Thank you, Colby.
And that's why Captain America won. I will say that 100% all day, every day. But as far as
he did a good job.
He did. But Captain America's,
He shot him up, and then the final scene when he shot him up, he spun him around, and he hit him with the shield. That was it. Like, he brought him in and hit him with the shield. Spider-Man was done. And then he hits the turnpike, whatever you want to call it, what is it called?
It's like the bridge that they put from planes or whatever.
I don't know what it's called.
Down. I don't either.
What is it called when you walk to a plane? Partee. When you walk to a plane, there's a word. It's
That's a walkway. The big metal walkway with wheels or whatever. But yeah, he knocked it down.
He throws it, and then he goes. He knew he was strong.
He's like, you got a heart, kid. Yeah.
He goes, where you from? Queens?
Yep.
Brooklyn. Walks off. So my point to that is, Spider-Man is late to the dance.
Very late.
Captain
Very late.
handled him like he was late to the dance.
He did.
He did Bucky in. He did Falcon in.
Well, nobody expected him to be. Bucky didn't expect him to be that strong, anyways. Like when Bucky threw that punch and he grabbed it, and he's like, "Oh, you got a metal arm," and he's just joking about it and twisting it. Like Bucky didn't even expect the Spider-Man to be that strong. Which I'm thinking, my whole thing is in that MCU, if he's strong enough to be doing that, because Captain America couldn't even do that. When Captain and Bucky, before Cap knew he was Bucky, and it was just
a metal arm.
Yeah, I mean, like the stuff like that, like. Captain America couldn't stop that metal arm.
I agree.
And then, but he just comes in.
We're finally agreeing on something.
Well, my whole thing is you can't call Iron Man a B-lister for the simple fact. Here's my argument. Oh, you called him B-lister for days now.
No. Can I comment on that for a second?
Comment on it.
I'm not calling him a B-lister. I'm saying the comic book people consider him a B-list character. And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to take a jab at your man. I swear on my daughter.
Below the belt.
But look, I'm not saying that. I swear on my daughter. The comic book people consider him a B-list character.
Yeah,
they consider Spider-Man and Captain A-listers. They consider Batman and Superman A-listers. But then they go down the line. Hulk is a B-lister. Iron Man
should
is a
never be a B-lister. I don't think.
Hulk is an A- lister. And they consider Iron Man a B-lister. That's not me. I'm just saying that's what comic book characters say. Peeves? They consider. I'm not Peeves. I'm not bringing you in the argument, but I'm. It's not me. I'm just saying.
I would say before the movies, Iron Man was a B-list.
That's what I'm saying. That's
But the whole
my
thing is, if you ever read about Stan Lee, like if we're gonna go comics for a second, Stan Lee created Iron Man to be a character that everybody loved to hate. That was the sole purpose. Like, I mean, you can read it, you can Google it, you can search it all you want. But the whole simple fact, and I guess that's why he gets the B-list rating
Get this
on
man a
comics.
drink. Somebody.
The reason he gets B-list comic rating, not movie rating, because movie rating, Iron Man started the MCU. He's going to be the one to finish it, I feel, in Avengers 4. But the comic books, Stan Lee, which, I mean, we had that Nebula discussion too. But the whole comic book thing, Stan Lee created Iron Man to be a character that everybody loved to hate. They wanted to hate him, but they didn't get enough of him. And that's why he stood the test of time. That's why he was part of the Avengers. That's why he's with Captain America. That's why they wrote the Civil War books. I mean, it's great chemistry, but it's also great friction between those two. You know
Your
what I mean?
thoughts, and I'm not bullshitting right here. Let's go, dude. I don't care if the women want us to cut this off. I don't care if Alabama Power wants us to cut this off. We're not cutting this off. Your thoughts when he was about to fucking call Captain America on that phone in Infinity Wars.
Honestly, you want to know?
Your thought. I want your fucking real thoughts. Look at me. Real thoughts.
Honestly, real thoughts. You can ask my wife. Like, I was...
Was you getting hot?
Dude, I was like... He's got the phone. He's got the... Because I was waiting. Because I was
call it.
Yeah, because
I'm the same way about Iron Man and him.
Because I wanted that reunion.
I wanted too.
I wanted that reunion because apparently Hulk was pissed, and tired of being a lapdog, so he wasn't coming out.
Bitch, fucking get him out.
But like the whole thing was I was like, I'm so ready for this reunion to see how it goes because it would be one of those things.
It's coming in the next.
It is. It would be one of those things to where they wouldn't talk about what happened in Civil War. They would just fight and they would end it and it would be done.
You know that's coming.
But he didn't because he was so distracted and everything, and he was just like, boom.
You know that's coming.
But I'm excited about it. Like, dude, I'm gonna talk smack because I'm Team Iron Man and you're Team Cap. But at the end of the day, like, look, for that reunion, I'm super pumped about it.
Let's cut this video. This video may cut short, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna cuss. There's not a motherfucker who's a true MCU fan movie-wise that didn't want to see him make that phone call.
Exactly. Well, I mean, even at the end
Name
of Civil
a person
War,
you know. How many people you know?
Nobody.
You know 5,000 people.
But at the end of Civil War,
name somebody that didn't want that phone call to be made.
Even at the end of Civil War, when Cap sends him the phone and later you're
if
like,
you ever need me,
and Iron Man and Tony Stark has that smirk.
Right.
He's like, I got this. And he was like, I'm gonna put you. He puts the fucking government on hold because he likes to see the light blink.
Right.
And he did, and he looked, and I was like, okay, maybe we can get past this. But I don't think they should have ever cropped that to be the movie Civil War.
The only thing that really pissed me off that truly pissed me off was in that movie, Infinity Wars, is when he announced that Steve Rogers was the only person that might know where Vision is, and you see Doctor Strange go. I'm like, bitch, where have you been? You ain't even nobody. Why are you showing up trying to make an appearance right now? You know what I'm saying? He ain't been in the trenches with Iron Man. He ain't been in the trenches with Captain America.
Done nothing.
So now he's stepping up. Bitch, you ain't did nothing. Your movie had its own entity, has nothing to do with anything that's going on, but you're mad because he's trying to call Steve Rogers. Stop me if I'm wrong, Peebs. You're behind the scenes right now. Peebs, stop me if I'm wrong.
Go for it.
He got pissed off because he was talking about calling Steve Rogers, and I was like, is he for real? Why is he mad? What has he got to do with Steve Rogers?
Nothing.
Why is he mad? And I'm gonna say this: we're gonna cut this.
Yeah.
We're not getting any ground right here. We're actually starting to agree on some stupid shit.
Yeah, we shouldn't be.
I know we shouldn't, but we are because that's why.
I mean, there's certain parts in certain movies.
I think we respect each other.
Like, yeah, there's certain parts in certain movies to where it's just like. I mean, I slapped her on the arm like he had the cell phone. Like, I mean, my wife can vouch for it. Like, I'm fangirling at every Marvel movie except Black Panther. I was so disappointed. We're not going to talk about that.
Thank you.
We're not going to talk about that. It was all political bullshit.
She was sitting right here. My wife was sitting right here. When Tony Stark was walking outside, how hot was I?
Very.
I wasn't hot because Doctor Strange was walking outside. Or his crony, the Han or whatever his name.
For the suit.
Ask her what I did. I was like hitting her. I was like, bro, this shit's going down.
I was
bro.
pumped when I knew Captain America was supposed to come out of the shadows and catch that. Like, dude, I was pumped about that.
You knew that scene. They ruined it in the credits.
It was stupid.
But
it was still epic.
When it happened,
it was still epic.
That theater erupted. I swear on my daughter's life, I went to the Thursday night viewing. When it happened, it erupted. And my line, you was right beside me. It erupted like a football game. When Captain grabbed it, and I was like, dude, I swear, I was like, there's very few times I get chills on my arms. And the hair stands up. Pete's going to attest to this. During our MCU versus Star Wars, it happened. All the hair on my arms stood up. They watched it. Danny was like, dude, his hair is really standing up.
MCU right destroys Star Wars.
What? We're not going to. It was
Kylo Ren. That's all I can say.
He's
pretty gay. Anyways,
he's the most nasty.
Can I say gay?
You can if you want to.
Okay, it's gay.
You can if you want to. If he can, if he wants to. What are you talking about? He's a guest. He can say whatever he wants. So
I'm Iron Man.
So the hair on my arm stood up during that, and let me tell you this though. This is real talk. When he caught that spear and he walked out of the shadows,
that's badass.
Everybody in my theater, she was there. It erupted in this huge, like football touchdown winning score. Like it went crazy, and I was like, dude, I was in tears, and I was like, I was ultimate fan. I was 7 years old.
Yeah, again, that was it for you.
And then, but it wasn't so much that happened. It was what happened after it. That was. Watch that movie. We can go in there and watch it right now. I got it on digital copy. That was the first scene that they won. They won.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Thanos' ass in that scene. They beat Thanos in that scene for the first time in the movie. They won.
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow, Falcon, and Captain America jumped in there and helped them win that scene. The first, it was like they were getting their ass kicked. Thor got his ass kicked. Loki killed.
Same talk about Loki.
Look at this. Hulk got his ass beat.
Hulk was gonna get beat regardless. That they should have even never threw him in that first scene.
I think they had to make everybody realize how badass Thanos is.
I mean, because Thanos, without the Infinity Gauntlet, can beat him regardless. Like, granted, in the comics, Thanos will even tell you when he goes to Earth, there's one fight that he does avoid, and that's the Hulk, but he can still beat the Hulk.
It's like, why would you want to fight this idiot? He's an idiot.
Yeah, and he's a brute strength idiot.
So my point is this. Like, at the end of the day, like, you knew that they had already beat. Thor was dead, supposedly. Thanos was coming to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
You already knew Hulk was beat. You already knew Loki was dead. Everybody's got their ass beat up until this point, and then it was like they put their feet in the sand and they fought back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Captain America.
And Iron Man.
No. Iron Man did his thing, but they got beat because he went off into space.
Well, man, he had to.
I agree.
He had
I'm
to save Doctor Strange, and then freaking Spider-Man. Spider-Man had no stupid right to be on that spaceship. Like, I'm glad that he did.
No, bro.
That he had no right to be on that spaceship trying to save.
Bro. He
didn't have to.
He had to.
Realistically, I would have loved to have seen him stay on the ground and team up with Captain Rogers.
Bro.
Or Nomad, as they call it, because he wasn't Captain America, it was Nomad. Or whatever.
And you're going to see that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we will.
You're not going to see Spider-Man. You're going to see Tony Stark team up with Captain Rogers.
It's about time.
It's going to go
If
down.
they go back in time.
I don't care if they go back in time or not. I think that they're giving out fake artwork to give both of us a fake version
Theory.
of what's going to happen. You tell them to be quiet in there, please. So let's close this out because we're running long. Neither one of us is going to be in.
Nope.
We're not going to be in.
But it's good arguments, good points.
We can go back to comic book knowledge all you want. We can go back to movie knowledge all you want. We're not going to be in either one of us.
Nope.
You agree with that?
I will agree with that. And you'll agree with it too. Because, I mean, it's the one thing, but it's things like this. If you don't have that one character that you actually love that you're not going to defend, then why even be a fan?
I've got tons of people that love the Hulk. I've got a couple of friends that love Iron Man. I've got a couple of friends that love Captain America. The thing that really just kind of brings this to perspective is your suit. I honor that. I cherish that. Your cosplay. And the way you described how you get in there and how you start in that, I respect all that, bro. We brought in Thanos and Spider-Man, but we brought it behind your mask for a reason. They're side characters to what we're talking about right here.
You brought in every Captain America thing you could find in your house
and
an Infinity Gauntlet to like throw it in my face. Like, I've got a helmet and...
But it's because I wanted you to feel like you were on a road trip.
Oh, so you got to put yours up too. You can't even have one.
I wanted you to feel like you were on a road trip. So, you know, with that being said, this is a Mexican standoff. We can sit here. It may be 4 a.m. We're sitting going to argue back and forth. We're not going nowhere with this. So we can agree to disagree.
For this round. Who says that there won't be a round two?
I think after Avengers 4, I think we're both going to be in the same boat. And I'm going to leave it at that.
But I wouldn't mind doing other characters in the future, Mr. Bo. Like,
I
head to head. I wouldn't mind doing it. I mean,
agree with
we'll pick some DC. We'll pick anybody. But anyways.
Anybody that wants to see this. It took me a lot of time to make this.
I can tell, like you.
Fake news and the GOAT. So with that being said, look at this. Well, since Captain America wielded this Infinity Gauntlet,
He didn't wield it first.
but he wielded it when it counted.
Whatever.
With that being said, we're going to close this video out. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell beside it so you can get the notifications. Will and the Beer, we're out.